The year 1946 holds a special place in United States coin history, especially when we talk about the Jefferson nickel, which is the 5-cent coin that replaced the Buffalo nickel in 1938. The 1946 nickel comes right after World War II, which officially ended in 1945, and therefore, this coin has a direct historical connection with post-war America. During the war years, 1942 to 1945, the U.S. Mint had changed the metal composition of nickels due to the shortage of copper and nickel, which were both critical war materials. Those wartime nickels were produced with an alloy of 56% copper, 35% silver, and 9% manganese, and they are known as Silver War nickels. But in 1946, for the first time after the war, the Mint returned to the traditional pre-war composition of the 5-cent coin, which was 75% copper and 25% nickel. This makes the 1946 nickel especially important for collectors, as it symbolizes the transition from wartime emergency measures back to normal peacetime coinage. The obverse of the 1946 5-cent coin features a left-facing portrait of Thomas Jefferson, the third president of the United States, designed by Felix Schlag. Schlag's design was selected in a public competition in 1938, and it has been used for decades, making it one of the most recognized designs in U.S. coinage. On the obverse side, you can see the word, "In God We Trust," written along the left rim, while the word "Liberty," along with the year 1946, is displayed on the right side, separated by a small star. Jefferson's portrait is detailed and was considered modern for its time. The reverse side of the 1946 nickel displays Jefferson's home, Monticello, which is a neoclassical mansion in Virginia and one of the most iconic American landmarks. The word Monticello appears directly under the building, and beneath it, the denomination 5 cents is inscribed. At the bottom, you will see the words, United States of America. Above Monticello, the coin reads, E pluribus unum, a Latin phrase meaning out of many one, which is a national motto. The design is elegant and reflects the pride of American culture and history at the time. Now, when it comes to minting details, the 1946 nickel was struck at 3 different U.S. Mint locations: Philadelphia, no mint mark; Denver, marked D; and San Francisco, marked S. The Philadelphia Mint struck the largest number of coins, over 161 million, making the no mint mark version quite common in circulation. Denver produced around 45 million coins, and San Francisco struck approximately 13.5 million, making the S mint mark examples relatively scarcer than the others. All 3 mints returned to the pre-war copper-nickel alloy, so no silver was used in 1946 nickels. From a collector's point of view, the 1946 nickel is not considered rare in circulated condition, because millions of them still exist. However, the true value comes in higher grades and in coins that have survived in pristine condition. For example, a circulated 1946 nickel in average condition may be worth between 10 cents and 50 cents depending on wear, which is only slightly above its face value. But if you have an uncirculated coin, especially one graded MS-65 or higher by PCGS or NGC, the value can rise significantly. In mint state condition, the Philadelphia version can bring anywhere from $5 to $20, while the Denver and San Francisco coins can fetch $15 to $40 depending on the quality. The most desirable examples are those with sharp strikes, full steps on Monticello, a feature on the reverse that indicates a strong strike, and clean, lustrous surfaces. These full steps nickels are much harder to find, and they can be worth hundreds of dollars, with some even reaching into the thousands for the highest grades. Another interesting fact about the 1946 nickel is that, since it was the first year after the wartime silver nickels, many collectors look for transitional errors or unusual varieties. Although no major transitional error is officially recognized for 1946, collectors sometimes pay attention to die cracks, repunched mint marks, RPMs, or other striking errors from that year. Error coins like off-center strikes, double dies, or clipped planchets can command premium prices among specialists, often ranging from $50 to several $100s depending on the type and severity of the error. Historically, the 1946 nickel also reflects America's post-war optimism. The economy was transitioning from wartime production back to consumer goods, soldiers were returning home, and families were rebuilding their lives. The return of the nickel to its pre-war composition symbolized stability and normalcy. Because of this, the coin doesn't just have numismatic value, it also has cultural significance. Collectors often appreciate such coins because they tell a story beyond their metal content. They are artifacts of American history. In today's market, the 1946 nickel remains affordable for beginner collectors, which makes it a popular entry point into Jefferson nickel collecting. Almost anyone can acquire a circulated example for pocket change or $1 or $2, while serious collectors hunt for the rarest and highest grade specimens. Registry set collectors, who compete to assemble the best sets of coins graded by professional services, especially value the full steps versions, which can make even a seemingly common date like 1946 into a treasure. For instance, in recent auctions, high-grade 1946 full steps nickels have sold for over $3,000, proving that condition and strike quality are everything in the numismatic market. Overall, the 1946 Jefferson nickel stands as a common yet historically meaningful coin. It bridges the gap between wartime coinage and peacetime recovery, carrying both sentimental and collectible value. While not rare in the general sense, it remains a fascinating piece for coin enthusiasts, offering a glimpse into America's resilience and a chance for collectors to appreciate the subtleties of grading, condition, and mint varieties. Whether you hold one as part of a collection or stumble across one in change, the 1946 nickel is more than just 5 cents. It's a piece of history in your hand.